go! So as a lot of you guys know, I primarily am an anime channel. I frequent some anime, you know what I'm saying? Uzaki-chan wants to hang out, plus-sized elf, all the good high-quality anime that's coming out nowadays. You know.
Yes, myself and all my fellow furries are patiently waiting for, Beastar Season 3, Season 4, whatever the f*** is coming out. I'm not a furry. Stop asking me if I am. I'm not.
This dude has a duck avatar. Does he want to fuck a duck?
Hilarious.
Whoa, but wait, dear citizen, did you know that your boy has, what is this? Merchandise. Yes, Lord. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, go down in the link below and go hit up your boy for some high quality merchandise over at Fourth Wall. Actually, your boy also has a promo code for discount. First drop, that is FIRSTDRP drop. First drop, I can't spell. For a limited time discount. I believe I have that up to 5 people, but depending on the situation, I might upgrade that to 10. Oh yeah, go ahead, get you some merch. And I got these and plenty of different designs for you, as well as other variations in very different colors. Oh yeah. Also, if you don't want this particular design or anything that I have on my store, go to Anime Express and go hit your boy up at code Daffy 10 for 10% off your next purchase, man. Ooh, yeah. Back to regular scheduled program. But degeneracy aside, that's how we're here to talk about today. So I was going through some shows and I saw one that was recommended and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give it a shot. Elusive Samurai kind of losing me this season. I don't know. It's just, the way it's going, it's a little too episodic for me personally. I'm not really feeling it. I say it's bad, but I don't know. Dungeon Meshi, I'm trying to get through it. I'm like episode 8 or 9 and I heard it picks up around 11, but for me that's a little too deep to try to hook people in, right? There's good stuff there, but it's a bit of a struggle. So I picked up a little anime called Inuyashiki. It's actually animated by MAPPA, obviously of Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen fame, Attack on Titan. You know the studio, they've worked on a ton of different things. And I heard this is actually a very revered Sienen story as well, so I thought, hey, I might as well give it a shot. Dude, this anime is top notch. So the first episode revolves around us getting to know the titular character of the show, Inuyashiki. He's an old man, he has his family, his daughter, he has a son, he has a wife, he goes to work, and we can see that his family, they're not really too appreciative of him, and he works this 9 to 5, his life is very mundane, and we can tell that he's not loving it too much. He doesn't hate it, but he's just kind of going through the motions. And we see that generally speaking, he's a very nice, kind guy. Kind of like your stereotypical sweet old man. And so as we go through, we actually find out that he is actually terminally ill. He has stage 3 cancer and he only has a few short months to live. So when he's confronted with this information, obviously just like any other person would be, he is stricken with grief. He just begins to just cry and scream and come to the realization that his life is gonna end, and he has so many more things that he wants to do. He wants to see his children grow up. He wants to see his grandchildren and all these types of things. And as he is in the park holding his new dog that he just adopted, there is a young man standing next to him, and before he could even process, a fucking alien spaceship shows up and crashes into both of them and kills them. They kills them both. So the aliens in this spaceship are like, hey bro, listen bro, we can't be seen on Earth bro. Hey, you Thingmorb, you gotta fix this, bro. And Thingmorb is like, hey, bro, we only got the weapons modules. What you want me to do with this? And then Gulong is like, hey, bro, you better do something. You better do something. Because when the Hyros find about this, they gonna be pissed. We gotta get the f up out of here. So Thingmorb actually gives Hiro, the young man in Inuyashiki, these weapon modules, and they are now cyborgs. And one thing actually that I do love about this anime is they do not go into what these aliens are at all. The aliens are not a central plot point at any point, and I love that. For any other show, the natural progression would be like, oh, this was happening to these aliens, we gotta go find these aliens and kill them. Which I mean would be very fucking stupid considering that like some of the shit that they do in this show, like bro, what? They are light years ahead of us in technology. What the fuck do we pose as a threat? Like nothing. But have you ever watched 3 Body Problem? I highly recommend that show, by the way. It's definitely a trip. Have you ever watched 3 Body Problem? It's a very similar thing. It's like, bro, Like, we pose less than 0.5% of a threat to these aliens. I think any like idea of having Inuyashiki try to go and fight these aliens is silly. It's stupid. So I'm glad the show did not. And so as the show goes on, we have Inuyashiki going out into the world, and he's actually being able to act on these urges that he has to save people, to do the right thing. We have these teenagers harassing a homeless man. They're shooting fireworks at him. They say they're gonna kill him. They say they bring bats, and Inuyashiki is actually able to step in and do something. The show does a very good job of making me feel happy whenever I see Inuyashiki on screen. He's a happy little old man. And one thing that I love is that you very rarely see older people as protagonists and leads in stories. Typically they're in a mentorship role. And so obviously, because like most of the anime community, they almost exclusively watch shonen, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But having an older protagonist, it's refreshing. They are already past the typical stage of life that these heroes go for. They're not in a high school setting. They're not for these battle tournaments and everything like that. No, this man has a wife, children, and a job. He is established. So seeing how him having this routine life being shaken up by all these things happen to him, it's interesting, it's refreshing, I love it. Also, something interesting that I found out is the fact that me and the author of this series, who's also the author of Gantz, apparently, I've not read Gantz, but I've heard it's very good. Apparently, me and this author are kindred spirits, because this dude fucking hates One Piece. Dude, if I could fly to Japan and give that man a crisp high five, I would. I would just like run up to him, give him a high five, like pull his pants down and just like jiggle his balls for like 2 minutes straight, because I'd be, that's a joke. Don't do that to anybody. That's a joke. But like I said, the anime does a very good job of making me care about Inuyashiki, making me just want to see him succeed. He even discovers that he has the power to heal, and he has the power to almost revive people. I mean, he straight up actually does like revive a bunch of dead people. So I mean, hey man, like sure man, what the fuck ever. The way that the show actually does him bringing these people back from the dead, actually, it doesn't feel as cliche as I thought it was going to be. It starts with his daughter at first, who dies in a fire due to smoke inhalation. And we see him just, grieving in so much pain. And the scene plays out for what it feels like an eternity. I really think in reality it was about 2.5 minutes of him trying to save his daughter and resuscitate her. When he finally does it, like we as the audience, we're like, oh, thank God. And so he actually does, and he actually does it for a whole bunch of... So, very cool. I will say though, this nigga Inuyashiki, he when like it really gets to it, he's about that action, bro. I mean, like, bro, his systems didn't fuck around for anything. He like encounters a bunch of these Yakuza niggas. I mean, these dudes are like the worst of the worst. They're like horrible, right? Like straight up abducted and abused this girl that they just like snatched off the street because this one guy thought she was, cute or whatever. And he literally like goes into their compound to find and rescue this girl. His weapon systems, like he's knocked out. So his weapon systems are on autopilot. His body lifts up and like you see like weapon target do target acquired. And it shoots out all of their eyes and paralyzes them by hitting the top of their spine. So they're not dead, but they can't see and they can't move. That's fucking diabolical. I love it though. That vigilante justice. Hey, I'm with that. Let's go.
今週ワンピやばい。泣ける。
But I cannot get this far into my review of Inuyashiki without talking about the other main character, Hiro, which is very ironic because he is the villain of the story. And if I were to say that this nigga was more evil than Sukuna, would y'all hate me for saying that? Because like, here's the thing about Sukuna, right? Like, for most part, this nigga was just in Japan chilling. Like, he like, anybody that went up to like go fight him, he would kill them, right, instantly. And yeah, he was a cannibal. And yeah, I mean, he was probably gonna eat some women and children here and there. Yeah, when I tell you that this nigga made me physically ill from what he was doing, oh my God. So at first you think he's, kind of an asshole as far as, being a high school student, He has some comments that he says here and there. You're like, oh, he's just kind of a dumb kid. But then when you see him use the powers that he has, we see him in the middle of the street in this one episode. I believe it was episode 2 or 3. We see him walking home and he stops in the middle of the street. He does a 360. He turns around and he picks a random house. He says, "You're it." So he walks into his house and he says, hey, I'm home. And so if you're not paying attention, you think he's just walking to his mom's house or something. Right? And this woman turns around and she says, hey, welcome home. And she looks at him and she says, who are you? And he shoots this woman point blank. He points his finger at this woman, shoots her dead in her house. He has the ability to, his finger guns, he can just say bang and a bullet just appears. I don't know if this is air. The show never goes into what their powers are exactly. I believe it's the power of imagination is what it's implied to be, but the show never goes into it. And I like it actually. I like the layer of mystery that we have. So the woman drops dead and he goes into the bathroom where this father is giving his son a bath. And he threatens the father and he says, hold on, wait, I'm thinking, I'm trying to see if I can feel something. Shoots the father, kills the father, shoots him dead. And the child is drowning because of the full weight of a grown man on top of him, and he drowns and dies. And then he finally says, I think I'm feeling something. He finally thinks he actually feels like a surge of emotion from killing this random family that he just randomly chose. Every scene that we have with Hiro makes me so anxious, and I absolutely love it. I love it and I hate it. I hate seeing him on screen. There was a scene particularly, I believe it was in the second or third to last episode. We have the scene where this woman, we follow her for the first couple minutes of the episode, and she takes a flight. And there's actually a baby that, you know, is crying and fussing. It's a baby, you know. And she shows the baby this video. It's like, oh, videos to calm babies down. It's like chickens and, you know, little word games and all that. But it's terrifying, and I was holding my breath because in the previous episodes, it was shown that Hiro can project himself. Like, he can take over a screen and kill you through a screen. He literally shot a dude dead. And when the dude got out of range of like his like main PC, his main monitor, he went to his laptop and shot him in his mouth. Listen, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a little bit jealous of my man Hiro, bro. The fact that he can pop people through the internet, through the screen. Listen, I've joked about setting explosives through the internet. I've joked about this. Bro, the minute I got this power, bro, some of y'all niggas that be talking shit in my comment section. Oh, Daffy's a gay, bow, bow, bow. Fire upon him. Just put the fries in a bag, boy. Bow, bow, bow. Son, I don't think I've seen a worse showcase of pure fucking evil than when this nigga Hiro decided, you know what? I'm bored. I'm gonna declare war on the entire country of Japan. And he pulled out his phone camera. He put out his handheld device, and he said, hey, just so y'all know, I'm about to start killing 1,000 people a day. Good luck. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like what, like realistically, what do you do in this scenario? Like you just like sit there and die? Like, there's no counterplay to this. GG's, bro. It's raps.
Dude, it's funny because the show tries to give Hiro not even a redemption, but just try to make you feel a little bad for him. And he tries to do at least one good thing in his life by saving the entire planet, which should make us cool, man. Yeah, that nigga still, that nigga could still kick rocks for all I care.
I think niggas like him should die.
They're trying to like play at my heartstrings, all this sad music and shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't. Put him down. Bro, some people need to be put down for good.
So when this woman is showing this toddler this phone, I'm thinking, oh my God, he's about to kill this baby. Oh my God. And I'm sitting, I'm freaking out, and the show actually doesn't do it. We see the Hiro doesn't act on this. Then I love how much anxiety that this character can just give to an audience member. Every time he's on screen, we're like, oh my God, he's about to do something crazy. Oh my God, he's about to kill so many people. And then when he actually does snap, when he actually does go off, it's insane. This nigga literally walked up to his dad's house. We're like, obviously all these murders and shit, he's gonna get caught up eventually. He walked up to this dad's house where all these reporters and shit were interviewing him like, hey man, what your son doing, man? Oh, he's on that bullshit. He pulls up and he pulled out that yappa. He pulled out that and just got to dumping. Oh my God. I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yo, can you imagine this nigga like pulled the yeet? Like he pulled out like the GTA weapon wheel and pulled out a bazooka. Oh my Jesus. But as the show goes on, I love trying to see Inuyashiki try to overcome these challenges that he has because he is in this obviously new robotic body. It's interesting because the show knows that we have an older character. And like, imagine if you gave your grandma or your, Imagine if you gave your grandma or your grandpa, or like, hey, grandpa, here's my Xbox. Here's some Elden Ring. Go play it. Go figure it out. They're going to struggle very, very hard. They're not used to technology like that. Now, people like my age, or, you know, if you're a little younger, you grew up with technology. You grew up with the internet. So you know how, you instinctually know how to maneuver around it. For the older generation, it's not that easy. So when we have this young kid, he's nasty off rip. He knows he can do all these things. He's like, oh, cool, I have a jetpack. Okay, here's what I can do. Oh, I have like all these like machines and everything inside me. Here's how I can do this. This old guy, he doesn't know how to do any of this. And it's it's refreshing. I like seeing it. But yeah, man, this show is absolutely fantastic. Definitely worth a watch. I know some people complain about CG in anime, but the CG actually in this show is very, very good. If you don't know, like, a lot of intricate moving parts in something like this. It's like, especially with Inuyashiki and like his back when his jetpack opens up and we have like the turrets or whatever, that's very hard to animate on a 2D space. So of course the models are gonna be 3D. You can actually rig everything in there. It's easier. But like the CG never threw me off. I didn't really feel taken out by the CG. I never felt like the CG was like a PS2 graphic or anything like that. It actually felt like there was actually effort, heart and soul into it, and especially how they move the camera with the last couple of episodes, how dynamic and fluid is. It definitely felt to me like a lot of effort was put. It's funny because I typically don't like anime with quote unquote more realistic art styles, because the art style is a bit generic. I will tell you that right now, but it is very, very, very good. Very good show, high quality. I definitely recommend you guys go watch this show for yourself, man. Go ahead, get you a peek of this, man. This is some peak. Actually, this is some peak. The show obviously does have a lot of darker themes as well. Hiro specifically is like that scene that I just described with him walking to that family's house. That's probably gonna be a turnoff for some people. That's very intense. The episode where the Yakuza abduct the young woman, there are some darker themes in that as well. So if you're a little more sensitive to that, I probably wouldn't recommend watching that. But I do think that this show is fantastic, man. I don't really have any issues with the ending for it either, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's me, boy Daffy, guys. Let me know what you guys think of Inuyashiki. This is kind of a light review. I didn't really go into spoilers as far as the last couple of episodes and everything like that. I kind of wanted to see you guys just give your thoughts. But yeah, it's me, boy Daffy. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this video, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Y'all make sure you take care of yourselves, guys, and have a good one. Peace.